Yo, yo, yo. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're all having a fantastic weed day. I'm literally just reading that out of chat. Happy April or whatever. We're gonna be giving some good old feedback. I am actually genuinely like in a rush today, so I gotta end the stream by around 7 my time. So we're gonna be going a bit faster than normal. Let's see if I can find a pen that works. I can do this while we listen to the first track. I think the first track is by Ifkara. Perfect. Alrighty, let's open this and let's get it. Tiki Taperto.
Questa canzone è dedicata a tutti i motherfuckers che giocano su Corolla MC.
Nexus. Damn, this arrangement feels long as fuck though. This part's for a while.
GG che t'ha aperto più rec.
Oh, key change. Cool. I like this style. I think you got something going here. The arrangement is so fucking long. Cause it's I swear half the track is just listening to this fucking ARP. Like, I don't know, I feel like you could just cut this down a lot. Like I just remove this whole bit.
A tutti i motherfuckers.
Yeah, I would just get rid of this sort of in between. I'd just go straight into the respace bit and then here. Because you still need to build up then afterwards. on the drop, it feels very high-endy, but I don't think it's because you actually have a lot of high-end. I think you're just missing layers. Like the chords feel very thin overall. Like they don't have as much power as they need to. I would just say, like, especially for the key change, I really noticed it. I was like, oh, you just need more juicy chords. Like they need to. When I say juicy, I mean like imagine you bite into a fruit and it's just dripping out. That's kind of what we're going for here. Right now it's like, yummy. I want the juice. Also, your clap is kind of meh in my opinion. Like it's a fine clap, but I don't know. It feels a bit like dead in this context. Oh my god, time. It takes so long. We are going to move on to the next track. I hope that's helpful. Let's go. Extremely experimental. Recommend listening to on lower volume. Y'all, let's just take this back a bit.
Once I was 7 years old,
We're going to copyright jail.
Mama told me, go make yourself some friends. It was a big world, but we thought we were bigger. Pushing each other.
We might get away with this one if I talk a lot over it. It's probably fine.
Never been so we were out to make that steady bigger. Once I was 11 years old, my
Told me.
go get yourself away.
This is a cool like break though. Happy to hear you using a different snare.
Always had that dream like my daddy before me. Something about that glory just always seemed to bore me. Cause only those I really love will ever really know me. Once I was
That's cool.
soon we'll be 30 years old. Songs have been sold. We've traveled around the world and we're still roaming. Soon we'll be 30 years old.
I forgot this vocal existed kinda, so this is nice to remember this song.
I'm still learning about boys, so happy soon I'll be the life, and then your life becomes a better one. I made a man so happy when I wrote a letter once. I hope my children come and visit once or twice a month. Soon I'll be 16. Have a lot of children who can listen to me. Soon I'll be 16 years old.
Whoa. I like that. Once I was 36 years old. This is cool. I love the direction you're going with your sound design. It feels quite distinct. I think maybe the snares they're experimental, but it just feels like, oh, I picked like the weirdest snare I could find. Haha, glass breaking. Like you might be able to find something that's a bit more of a balance between being experimental and being like more of a snare. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the snare. It's just like something that occurred to me when I was listening to it. And then the filtering at some sections, like here, I don't know why you're filtering. Like, I mean, okay, I kind of get it, but it just feels a bit aimless. It just feels like the filter randomly comes in. It's not like making space to the vocal, or it's just kind of like, okay, we're filtering now. Cool, I guess. I mean, it does make it more interesting, but I just wonder if you can't be a little bit more deliberate with when the filter's coming in and out. That's kind of it, though. I mean, everything else is fine. I agree with what Paolo said in chat about the vocal chops. Definitely think could enhance the whole thing if you have some vocal chops in here. Like the LFO thing is cool as well. Feels a bit extreme at times because you're cutting out a lot of volume, but that's also okay. Like if it's supposed to be experimental, just send it. You know what I mean? The Weeknd. Why are we getting all the copyright shit? I'm gonna skip the breaks then. Okay. The vocal drop's cool though. Okay. Pardon me for skipping, but I needed to test something. If I was going to say exactly the same throughout the whole thing. So, definitely a really good start for a flip. I would not recommend. I think there's a lot of things you can like do in here. You kind of have this like very like sick type of sound going. I don't know if that's where some of the like sounds are from, or like from those preset packs, but it has like that type of his similar sort of DMB sound, which is a good thing. Sounds good. I would say within that, take a look at the B part basses because they don't really feel super satisfying. Something about the harmony just, for me, doesn't really. And it just feels like wah, wah, wah. Like it's repeated enough times that it feels memorable, but I think you could find something that's a little bit more cool or pretty or whatever kind of vibe you want to go for. I think the biggest thing is variation, because if I skip through this, it's going to sound like the same everywhere. Like the whole drop just goes between and that's fine. Like those are, like I said, they're a solid A-B pairing, but if you don't change the automations, or you don't change or add like fills or stuff in between to break up those sections, it starts to get very monotonous. It's good that you have other elements running over it, but there's only so much you can do before that A-B thing repeating over and over again starts to get tiring. So I would say, yeah, find ways to break it up. You know, maybe add like in the 8th bar, like a C section or something that does something completely different. I think that's kind of it. Because everything else was solid. Like I liked your use of like the vocal and the vocal chop, all perfectly well and good. Out of My Mind, Lamau, real. Oh, you do the same thing with your automation clips. I also bring all my automation clips down to the bottom. It's kind of annoying to have them in the middle for the long ones. Oh, I've heard this one. Right?
Give me reasons.
You guys recognize this?
Smile. Give me reasons to shine when everything
This stream changes my life.
your life. I wanna know the reason why. Wanna know why you had to leave me behind. Wanna know the reason why. Oh yeah. Broken wings, you made me crashing down so rapidly. I never fell in love so easily, and I still can't get you out of my mind. So easily, and I still can't get you out of my mind. Still can't get you out of my mind. Still can't get you out of my mind. Take the time to remember how it feels to fly, to spread our wings and forget the time. Are you better off without me by your side? I wanna know the reason why. Wanna know why you had to leave me behind. Wanna know the reason why. You wanna fix my broken wings, want me to let you in again. Even if you begged on your knees, I'd still want you and me to end. Broken wings, you made me crashing down so rapidly. I never fell in love so easily, and I still can't get you out of my mind. Still can't get you out of my mind.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely more potent than the one we had in the Sanctuary session. I need to see. Okay, moving on. Where was I? It feels like the instrumental behind everything is kind of blurry. Here's how I would describe it. It feels like everything is very multi-band compressed, like very OTT'd, very overall, like all the frequencies are very balanced out. Like, it's not muddy, which is good, but everything just feels very flattened. Like, there's not a whole lot of dynamics aside from kind of in the vocal, but even the vocal is quite compressed. And so I just noticed there's like this little bit of like ear fatigue that's going on when you're listening to the track.
You made me crashing down so
Like, everything sounds super flat here.
rapidly.
I think you could definitely on the vocal scale it back a lot, especially because I personally not that big of a fan of this vocal. Like, it's okay, but especially when he goes in for some of those notes, it just feels a bit harsh. And there's not much you can do to fix it. It's just how the vocal is. But I think leaving it a bit more dynamic and not compressing it too hard will help.
Never fell in love so easily. Can't get
And I think it's less of a problem for the drop, because the drop you want it to be compressed and juicy, but
to know why you had to leave me behind. Wanna know the reason.
like here where like everything just sounds sausaged.
Let you in
But yeah, I think if you work a bit on like the compression thing, maybe I'm just wrong, right? But that's my feeling. If the compression definitely on the vocal, back it up a bit. I think you'll be all good. And also the vocal's a bit loud. But I think once you do the dynamics thing, it'll feel easier to mix in because not everything is like so loud that like you change like half a dB and something disappears. Beautiful ambiance. Hayes, I'm gonna knock this to the back because I am in a rush today. We're trying to get to every. What is this? Fucking cursed. Oh, I need to save this. I'll do it afterwards. Or just send it into the memes thing, Dirty Octopus, when you have a chance. Okay, fine.
沈むように溶けてゆくように二人だけの空が広がる夜に さよならだけだったその一言で全てが分かった日が沈み出した空と君の姿手の少しに重なってた初めて会った日から僕の心の全てを奪ったどこか儚い空気をまとう君は寂しい目をしてたんだチックタックとなる世界で何度だってさ触れる心ない言葉うるさい声に涙がこぼれそうでもありきたりな喜びきっと二人なら見つけられる探し日々に笑えない君に思いつく限り眩しい明日よ明けない夜に落ちてゆく
Yeah, okay.
僕の手を掴んでほら忘れてしまいたくて閉じ込めた日々も抱きしめたぬくもりで溶かすから怖くないよいつか日が昇るまで二人でいよう
Damn, this is the most different thing we've heard from you in so long. What the fuck? This is like so different than all of like the Nero stuff you've been doing. Like, okay. I mean, realistically, I'm just gonna talk about the mix stuff because I think the compositionally it's quite cool. I love all the piano, the chord progression, and everything. Very cool. The mix wise, it just feels like the guitars are overpowering everything. Like, you can only really hear the guitars in here. You can hear the piano as well, but yeah, it just feels like everything is being washed away. Part of that is just that the guitars themselves are quite muddy. This is a thing that happens just when you distort stuff in like a very guitar ampy type of way. I don't know what you're using to distort this, but it has that very guitar amp, muddy, analog but muddy sound. So definitely be aware of EQing before your distortion and also after your distortion, because that will help. Because sometimes you go into the distortion with too much of a certain frequency, especially around like the low mids. You're gonna get upper harmonics that are reinforcing that muddiness. So you want to reduce some of the muddiness beforehand. Not so much that it feels thin, but definitely reduce it a couple of dB beforehand, and then maybe also a couple of dB afterwards, and just see how it sounds. And balance it overall. I think once you do that as well, you won't need to pull it back as much on a volume level, because you do want the guitars to be present and in your face. I also think the vocal distortion is kind of... It's not even heavy, but it just feels band past. And in some areas, it... I think if it wasn't being covered up by the guitar so much, you'd hear it more as well. That like the vocal sounds quite saturated. Not a bad thing. It's just a thing. It does make it feel a bit mid-heavy, especially for such like a pretty sort of top-end vocal. Not the sound you're usually expecting out of this type of girly. So yeah, I think that's about it. Moving on. Bass. It needs a lot of work. All right. Where have I heard this? Maybe also move these in here. Am I gonna make it through all of these? I have no idea. Bass. Why is it so right ear focused? But this sounds cool. Ooh. Yes. I fuck with this. Damn. Okay. Cool. I definitely think you got something going here. As far as feedback is concerned, I think definitely the bass feeling louder on the right ear, or like it feels weird. Stereo bass can be really cool, but it has to be like balanced. It has to be like at least even mostly between the two things. If it sounds like it's on one ear, you kind of fucked up. So that's cool. I like the chords. They should still be a bit like louder. It's kind of tough because normally I'd just say like distort the chords, but that can sound quite bad. But maybe like do some exciting to them, like use Ozone Exciter or something like that. Like a little bit of extra tape or something on top to help them pop out over these big basses. The bass sounds quite beefy. It's not oppressingly beefy, but it's maybe still a bit too beefy to the point where you're not getting as much out of the other ends of the frequency spectrum, because there's so much concentrated in like this mids but still kind of low mids area. It does sound pretty satisfying though. I think it's partially just like the width down there, so I would really take a look at your stereo image and your low end and see if there's not some changes you can make that will make it all sound tighter. Boost the chords, exactly. For our Lord and Savior Hermanu. I made this track recently and it sounds pretty cool. It is not done, but should I finish it? Also, maybe some feedback, please. Okay, new future bonk ID. Honestly, I'm gonna be a little bit evil here and tell you not to finish it. Not because it doesn't have like potential, but working with this project sounds like a bit of a pain. Like this would require a lot of work before you really know if it's like, I think, something you'd want to finish. Especially on like the sound selection end. Like I think you'd need to do a bunch of changes to really make the idea pop. So I would take the chords and the melody and just like try starting from scratch, honestly. If you want to keep this. Or you could take this melody in this chord progression and try putting it in a different genre. Like try doing something at 140 BPM or whatever, or like, 115 BPM and just see if that works better. The melody's too short. Yeah. The thing is, if you slow the track down, it's going to feel a bit, you have more space then to kind of make the short melody work. Retro future. Okay. Damn. That's so sick. The water samples. It's just like the background vocal melody. It's just so good. So good. There's just like small mixing things. It's like compression overall. You know, the whole thing could be a bit more in your face. Not much though, because you do actually kind of want to retain the dynamic headroom here, because otherwise you're going to just end up squashing everything and you're not going to be able to appreciate all of the like small sounds that are going on in there. But a little bit would help. Also, probably the biggest tip I can give you is there's a dude on Instagram called, I think, Nest Acoustics or Nest something. And he made this wonderful, very free Serum preset. I can probably even just send you the thing directly. But this is for all of y'all. He has this drum humanizer, and it's basically just a Serum preset. So if you have Serum, you can just drop whatever percussion you have into this preset, like the noise thing, and it begins automatically, like, you know, you just trigger it with MIDI then, and it sounds really good because it just takes the sample you already have that you already like and just gives it infinite little bits of variation that make it sound real. So instead of having to do a whole bunch of automations or anything, you know, like do like in FL Studio, it's really easy to do like automatic velocity randomization and stuff. You know, same thing. There's like the humanize function in FL Studio. You can just humanize the positions and the velocities automatically. But sometimes that's not enough, and so that preset could be something very interesting for you. Dude, I love it. Yeah, he's so great. He's so generous. But definitely give it a download. There we go. Tincho, Take My Heart ID, bonk. Let's go.
All the bad days, all the bad nights, all the bad things, whole world's falling in. Got a sad face and a weird smile, can't you tell how I'm really feeling? Oh, if I died last night, sure everything be alright. I'll take a jet to the next life.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have a better try. It's like the world just forgot. I did not be carry on so carelessly. Wish I could live so selfishly. Maybe I'll stay for therapy. Maybe there is a remedy. They're just not telling me. Oh, if I died last night, sure everything be alright. I'll take a jet.
Nice. I think this is Future Bonk. Cool. Here's what I was thinking. The lead should be stereo and then it will be sick. Because right now, there's like a really hard contrast between your vocal. I know you said in chat that you're going to change it. That's fine. But your vocal is like this. What's the where's the doubles? your vocal is like this, and then your lead is like your chords and your basses are wider than your lead. So definitely get stereo leads in there. What I would recommend is, and I've talked about this over so many streams now, this is like an damn. I'm thinking I've probably said this at least like in 7 different streams over almost 50 streams that we've done. Take 2 leads that sound kind of similar, pan one to the right and pan one to the left. Maybe not all the way. Sometimes it sounds really good all the way because it's really wide. But maybe 50%, 75% on each side. And you're going to get a really nice stereo type of lead that's generally pretty mono-compatible. There's a bunch of tricks I used to do in terms of like taking the Serum presets and setting the phases to be very similar, so that you could have them panned and the tone would be different but the phase would be the same. And sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't. For the most part, it doesn't really matter. Just have 2 similar sounding leads but pan them against each other. It's like great. You can do that as well. Super instant stereo. Yeah, because then you not only have like unison detune stereo, but you have like something that really sounds cool. You do notice the difference, and it creates a much stronger sound. I don't know what I'm doing. Me neither. I've just been pretending this whole time, and everyone is believing me somehow. If you didn't believe me, congratulations. You were correct. Hello, Electronomia? Like, this is a great chord progression. I haven't heard this rise in a bit. You're real for that. This major second interval in the chord is way too apparent. You know what? Ignore Afkara. He actually, I don't know how he escaped from the basement, but sometimes just ignore him. It's fine. I think the chord progression is pretty cool. I think realistically, my biggest feedback is just like make the drop bounce here. So part of that is in the basses, and I'm definitely not the person to explain it best, but just generally add like more movement. Like some of the notes should be like going up an octave, little slides and stuff. The sound of the bass should be a bit more percussive. So that means it should have like more attack, and automations that are adding more punch to the front of the sound. I also think something that'll help with this is making the chords a bit shorter. The placement of them is fine. It's just they're like wow 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 wow, whereas it could be like wow 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 wow. With that shorter chord length, it'll create more space and anticipation for the next one. And obviously the lead could kind of be the same. I'm about to make it for real drill diss track about you. Please do. Please do. Oh, I just remember this. I meant to say this before. But either next week or the week after that, we're going to do a sample flip stream. Because I made a percussion kit. And Yeah, I made a percussion kit, and I want y'all to flip the whole kit. Not UK drill. Let's go. Yes, let's go. The kit is going to cost $40. Just kidding. The kit will be free. I still need to do like the art for it and just like put it together. Yeah, I want to get like some feedback, see how it is. I've already done a couple of tests in terms of like making a couple of like top loops with it and stuff. And so far I actually am pretty happy with how it turned out, but you know, we'll see whether it's actually useful for people. It's kind of why I want to do the sample flip. Why does ID release so many songs? He's uploading daily. For real, for real. ID sus. Red woman. Okay, let's go. ID releasing again. Okay, send this to me. Like, make like maybe an extended arrangement for it, like at the end, just with like kick and clap and stuff, and send it to me because I need to play a set to send off to an agent, not an agent, but like a friend of mine is like, yo, send me a set of like half an hour. Send me this. I want to play this in that set. It's so good. That's so fucking good. That's so good. I'm going to fly in my family. They fly. Thank you so much. God, dude, that's so good. So good. I promise I will work on our collab soon, by the way. I haven't been able to work on it the last like week, but I will hopefully finish it soon. I've said that to everyone I've collabed with. Discontent is like still sitting at me looking like, oh, when are you gonna finish the collab, bro? Road to Sanctuary release. Let's go.
You came into my life, now I'm good. Never felt this way before. Yeah, I'll be alright, 'cause baby.
Has this changed? I don't think you've made changes to this. I think this is the exact same one you sent in a couple of weeks ago. That being said, I think my feedback actually remains the same, which is just like there's too many notes. There's too many like connecting notes or like filler notes that don't need to be there. They're not really contributing melodically. They're just major conky vibes. I think these two have a collab together as well. I think this is a thing. And both of them are mobile producers, which is so based. Love it. Yeah, I think this sort of my same feedback, that it just feels like there's a lot of notes. Maybe not all of the notes need to be there. I have enough time to add one of these. Unless you sent me a new one? RIP, this link is broken. This link doesn't do this link. Are both of these broken? Okay. We're gonna listen to this one last. We're gonna do these last two IDs, and then I need to go and eat a snack before I have to leave my house. Don't worry, I'm sending in 15 more IDs right now. Good, I have time for all of them. My PC bricks have no more ID to send. Please lie. Please tell me you're lying. Don't really have any ideas for this. Would like to make it into a song, but I don't know where to take it. Okay, let's take a listen. Ooh. Damn, that bass is so nice. I just want to say, like, the overall, the balance of this mix is definitely a lot better than I think the last thing you sent me. If that was you. I think so, yeah. I'm trying to remember what the name of the track was, but my brain is so foggy I can't remember anything anymore. I just about remember what I had for breakfast. That was yesterday. Never mind. What I was going to say is, I think if you wanted to make, like, an idea for this, just do, like, an electric guitar melody over this. Don't go too crazy with it, but just, like a guitar riff over this, like a guitar solo over this would be kind of sick. I saw the Windows update. That felt like a build-up without being a build-up. I mean, yeah, it kind of feels like here it's going to be a build-up to something. Damn, your PC actually bricked? No. That's fucking tragic. This made me sad. Prepare for the tear out jump scare? Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes so I don't know when it's coming. Ooh. This bit. That snare is so wild. Boom, boom, boom. Kind of crazy. My projects are all on my hard drive. Oh, you just have to reinstall the plugins. Oh, that's good. The more you know type piano beat. This sounds like the piano for like a sad commercial. Did you know that every day 17 bananas go bad in Asia? This is terrible. Please donate here to help change this. Yours truly, Banana Saver 115. You got pranked. But you are not alone. Do you also suffer from erectile dysfunction? More than 23% of American males cannot get it up anymore. Okay, I think this is a good note to end it on. Wonderful stream, y'all. It might, but I need to go, so I am going to take the chance and dip. Wonderful stream. I will see you all next week. Hopefully, with the sample flip, we'll do an announcement. Depends if over the next 2-3 days I get good or bad feedback on the kit, and if not, I might do some changes and then push out the release a little bit. But otherwise, we will have fun doing a sample flip. Yeah, we have to cure with Instawood. Shut the fuck up. He's trolling my chat. This is a Christian stream. Alrighty. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.